Thank you, boys.
Go, Beth.
Hi, everybody. This is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. And I do live videos every Tuesday night with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
And on special nights, my sweet daughter-in-law, Amy.
Hi.
It's always a happy day when Sean and Amy are with us from Texas. So, is the weather any different here than Texas right now?
Oh, vastly different.
What's the difference, Amy?
About 20 degrees.
20. So Amy went for a walk.
I went for a walk yesterday. I didn't even break a sweat. It was 75, I think. At home, it was over 100. Today, I went for a bike ride, and it was 80. And at home, they were very excited to have only reached 99 today. So, broke the 100-day streak, or the 100-degree streak of several days.
So Sean and Amy keep their bikes in Iowa. But that's two reasons, weather and also bike trails. In Des Moines, you can ride 100 miles on bike trails. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we don't have that in Texas.
We don't want them getting hit by a car.
No, they're not safe.
Yeah. And they drive really fast in Texas.
Yeah, and don't watch.
Yeah. So we have a fun card for you tonight. We are going to do a space card. I don't know if you guys know this, but Steve has even written a book about space.
I am an outer space fan.
Yes. And it says, "Greetings, friends." And then what I really like is how it pops up inside. Isn't that fun? The planets are on window sheets, and I think I should add even some more.
I'm looking at the planets you chose to have rings.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting scientific. Yeah, I'm getting scientific on you.
What color is Saturn?
Saturn is like a pale green. And
Okay, look at this.
there you go. That's good. Now you're working it.
And
Jupiter has rings.
what color is it?
It is more like a bluish or purple. Purple works.
Purple.
Yeah,
Does this
that
work?
works. Yeah.
Okay.
But your Earth planet on the inside with a ring doesn't work. But
Okay.
hey.
So I didn't
Two
check
for
with,
three.
I
You're
didn't check
2
with
out of 3.
Steve on my colors of my planets. I'm sorry. I picked pretty colors. Isn't that what you would have done, Amy, or would you have picked the right color?
I wouldn't have even thought to look up what color they were.
Okay.
I know that Mars is red, and that's it.
And it doesn't have rings around it.
It does not.
It does not.
So this isn't quite red, but we could pretend it's Mars. But who is on tonight, Steve? I can't see the comments. He's hiding them from me.
Well, here, I will give you comments. How's that?
I like that a
So
lot.
we have Bev, of course, first on, always.
Hey, Bev, I have a question for you. The card you made with the Winter Meadow Sweet DSP, can you send me the measurements? I have to make that card. It's beautiful.
So we have Shirley from Cedar Rapids, Holly from Sioux Falls, Mary Harris, and Chris.
Kimberly Barbish is here, and
Yeah.
Janice.
Tony.
Wow, the gang is all here. We are so excited. I have a few things to go over too, Steve. Do we have some screens?
We do.
So those of you who bought shares, is anybody on who got their share already? So I did 7 demo shares in August, and I had 16 scheduled for September, and I've sold 15 of those. So there's 1 left unless I bump it up another 8. So if you want the last demo share, you could even tell us tonight, and hopefully Steve would catch that.
I will catch it.
So Dwayne is watching. Okay, shout out to Chris's husband. He watches Steve, and now Jean's husband is watching. You have your husband dude friends.
You know what this means. I'm going to have to start talking about guy things now.
Guy things?
Yeah.
Like what color the planets are?
We could talk baseball.
Oh, Karen, I think you're new from North Georgia. I'm glad you're on. Linda Donaldson is on. If you guys would share our video and give us a thumbs up, it helps a lot. I think Amy's parents are on. Do they not give StreamYard their name so we can't see them?
Maybe, but if you're watching, hi, Mommy and Daddy.
So, Steve, do you want to tell them how we can see?
Yes. I actually have a banner
Beth
for
did
that.
get her shares, and she loves them, I bet. Kimberly, is your share arriving tomorrow? I'm surprised it's not there yet.
So you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and grant permission. All that does is let us see your comments that you make on Facebook
StreamYard
or
does
on
not do
YouTube.
anything with it. You don't have, you know how you shouldn't do certain things? Don't worry about StreamYard. They don't do anything with your information except show us your name. And then we have more fun seeing that you're here. Okay, so one share left. Let me know if you want it. It's $88 shipped or $80 picked up at my door. And I will order those September 6th. Also, Stamp Camp is Winter Meadow. It's October 20th and 21st. I bet you have screens. Steve's so busy chatting with all of you.
I am actually looking for that screen. I don't see it.
Is there not? Oh, you know, I can't show the picture of it yet. So maybe there isn't one for that yet.
Yep.
But Stamp Camp is coming up on September 6th. You can order the entire suite collection from me using my host code, and then everything's free. You know, Amy, I should send you the card kit. Wouldn't that be fun? Would you get on our Stamp Camp and do the cards with us?
When is it?
October 20th and 21st. But it's recorded. So even
Okay.
if you're busy that weekend,
Okay.
you can go on later.
Okay.
That's
So-
the nice thing about
Try
it. Is there's no time restriction. You can go on
Yes.
and see it whenever you
Yes.
want to see it and do them whenever you
So
want to do them.
Stamp Camp is super fun. You know, the other thing I wanted is Joy Team. We had a Christmas party Friday night. I made ziti. It was tasty. And Steve made fudge. Everyone got fudge boxes. And I've heard they enjoyed that. And you took a picture of us at dinner. And I don't have that picture yet. But we'll put it up next week. But we had a very nice time at our Christmas party. Christmas in July, in August.
And there's the team.
I even used the Christmas. Well, we have another team photo from the Christmas party.
That's right,
but I
because we don't
even
have
used my
Jude in there
Christmas
yet. This is
dishes.
an old picture.
And you know, one of the Christmas dishes may or may not have been broken. Is there a story about that?
There is a story about this because I have no liability for this whatsoever. I literally,
Who was touching the dish when
I
it broke?
set it down on the countertop and it falls apart. It falls in two pieces.
He's claiming the dish was pre-broken. Someone ate off of it, and brought it to the kitchen in pieces, but it didn't fall apart till he touched it.
It had to be cracked because when I set it down on the countertop, it just fell into two pieces. And I said, "You have to be kidding me!" I was working so hard on these
slammed
things.
that dish on the
I
countertop.
did not slam anything anywhere, and so I glued it back together. And I thought if I could just be precise enough gluing it back together, you won't even notice. But certainly, you can still see a crack going down the middle of the thing.
Oh, look at this. Debbie White Turk is on.
Hi, Mommy and Daddy. You're definitely on now.
Yes. Thank you for getting on. Anyone else who wants to get on to StreamYard, we would like to know you're here. Okay. Should we get started?
Well, you've got a couple other things. You got the kit sale.
The kit sale. Kits are up to 30% off, and we are going to kit together. So if you get a kit, you can put it together with Steve. Wendy's doing the paper
Not
pumpkin.
just me. It's not me. Just me doing the kit.
By yourself?
No,
Why not?
because that would be horrifying. So we're also going to do chat and pumpkin.
Chat and pumpkin. I know. Some people got their paper pumpkins this month. Steve is so excited to chat and pumpkin with you.
Since when? I mean, I'm excited to do the chat part. I'm scared of the pumpkin, but I hear
Amy,
paper
are the
pumpkin.
pumpkins hard?
No, and I feel like they've actually gotten easier since the first one that I got.
And
so.
haven't they gotten better too?
Well, I was really surprised. Though I didn't get the August one, but I got the July one, and it was like I kind of looked like a fun fold card, and I was like, "Oh, that's impressive."
It was awesome.
I haven't made any yet, but I did get the box.
So Amy gets a 6-month paper pumpkin, and then she picks the 6 months she wants to do it. And do you always put them together?
It depends. I'll do all the ones for holidays for sure. Like last year, I made all the boxes for Halloween, and I put candy in them, gave them to my friends and family. But I haven't done any from the July box yet. It kind of depends on what's going on. I wanted to do some before we left. We just kind of ran out of
So
time.
you do
It's been
them all
busy.
eventually. You
Yeah.
just don't do them all immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. It's It's fun. You can take a paper pumpkin anywhere.
Keisha is on tonight, and I'm really happy she's on. She's backing me up on this plate thing. This happened to her too. So thank you, Keisha. Thanks for getting my back.
That?
I appreciate it.
So Steve did get on eBay my Christmas dishes. His parents gave them to me over several Christmases. It's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by, who's it by? Susan someone. They're beautiful Christmas dishes, and so he did replace the one that he broke.
Yes.
I asked Amy, we had 12 dishes and we have a table for 12. Should we replace it? She's like, well, it is a set, right? Isn't that what you said?
Well, they all had a different part of the poem on there, so
yeah,
and
it was the very first sentence of the poem. 'Twas the night before Christmas.
The night before Christmas was broken.
Yeah, it was cute.
Steve glued it back together and thought someone would eat on it, so I guess we would start the poem at his plate.
Yeah, my plate.
Yeah, at your place setting. Okay.
Let's make a card.
Oh, look at that. Craig is here too.
Yeah.
I think he wants you to say hi to him.
Well, hi, Daddy.
Okay. What we're going to do is the space card, and I love how it pops up in the middle. I use the Reach for the Stars bundle, both the stamp set and the dies. And I love these dies that make the ring. So cute. There's an astronaut and a rocket I haven't used yet.
Sean would like it.
He would. Sean went to space camp twice as a kid. Having Steve as a father, this is kind of funny. This is what you can expect in the future. If you two have a child, how old was Sean when he went to his first air show?
He's like 2 years old.
No, he was like 6 months old.
Okay.
He was not a year old, and Steve took him to his first air show. So I think it's required that your children like airplanes and space because Sean likes it. So
there you go.
So that is why I bought this set. And then on this one, I put Greetings Friend because it was in this set. On the one we're making tonight, I did Happy Birthday from the Go-To Greetings. And then the Reach for the Stars also come with these dies. And I like having the circle dies. I put this in my box separately because I use the circle dies all the time. The dies that go with a specific stamp set only, I put in the box with the stamp set. And then I use the Countryside Corners dies to cut out the sentiment here. It says, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have an entire galaxy.
Wow.
Do you like that, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then on this one, I put a little strip of DSP on the back, half-inch strip, and I embossed in silver Reach for the Stars. So this is going to be pretty easy. By the way, Amy and I have not had time. Amy and Sean have been doing all the things, and we've been playing lots of cards.
Yes.
Euchre, who's been winning.
Not me and Sean.
So Steve and I taught Amy how to play euchre when? A year ago?
Yeah, I think it was last fall when we were here.
Okay, and then she got it on her phone and she's been practicing. And she does really well. And what does Sean say?
That I'm adequate.
Adequate.
And if I play well, then I'm more than adequate.
So Amy has been doing really well. But your partner,
Sean, not so much.
has not been adequate, has he?
No.
I think the term would be inadequate.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll have time before next week. Amy will be back. And do you want to show this? Amy, who are you making a baby card for?
I can't say yet.
Okay. Secret someone needs a baby card. And Amy is going to create an awesome card with that. And she will be here next week to show that.
Yes.
Do you know which animal you're going to use, or does it just depend as we get started?
I don't know. I really like the elephant and the lion.
The lion. Yeah, it's super cute. I haven't used that set yet, but I do like it. Okay, so we're going to get started, and I do have some measurements on there, Steve.
I've got the first one up already.
I am starting with Tahitian Tide. It's 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And I have folded it over. Next, I'm going to do the inside of the card, and I'm going to show you on this one, I did 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 3 inches. These 2 blue pieces are the same. And then for the berry burst piece, This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. But for today's card, what I did is I thought it would be cool to have it go down the whole length of the card. So what you can do is you can take a piece of DSP that's 5 1/4 and do it 10 inches. And then you cut it at 3 inches and cut it at 7 inches. And do you see how the paper, the design keeps going? That makes sense, right, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I did it this time. After you've cut the pieces, you have to keep them in the right order. Okay,
you know
Steve,
what
do you think the glue will work tonight?
I hope so. You know what that white part's called, right?
I have no idea. I bet you could enlighten me,
That's the
though.
Milky Way, honey.
Really?
Yes. Remember when we were stargazing in the Caymans and we looked up and we could see that cloudy, so many stars it was cloudy going across the sky? That's the Milky Way.
So how did Stampin' Up! Know to put the Milky Way on the paper?
Well, when you're doing if you're doing space DSP, it would be something that you would probably want to do.
Do you think they researched it better than I did?
Well, maybe.
So what about hashtag Prize Patrol? Do you want to tell
I've
them
already
how to
run
do
that banner and I've had lots of people signing up. So if you would like to be in a drawing for one of these cards at the end of the video, you type into the comments hashtag Prize Patrol, all one word, all smashed together. And then you're automatically entered. And our software will do a random drawing from all the people that have put that into the comments.
Okay, so I took the 2 3-inch pieces of DSP and I left the typical 1/4 inch margin around the sides. So
How
you
is
put
that
the
other
top-
piece going to fit, honey?
You don't think it'll fit?
Look at that. It's too big.
Okay, so on the 4-inch piece, you score it every 1/2 inch. And then you go ahead and use a bone folder and we're going to do all the score lines. So Amy, last year you guys came for 3 weeks and you came in the fall to get out of the heat.
Yes.
Why in the world would you come to Iowa when it's hot?
Well, it hasn't been as hot as at home, number one. But also, it is the Iowa State Fair right now.
And how many state fairs have you been to?
Now 1, but previously 0.
So you guys know how to make a fan to fan yourself? That's what I did. Back and forth on the DSP. It's just like a fan. And then I took the Terran tape and I put it on both ends. So I'm literally going to take the Terran tape off and I'm only going to tape, I'm not taping anything on the sides. You just tape the top and the bottom and put it in between. Isn't that cool? I love
like
this. Yeah, I haven't made a card like this before. Okay, so we went to the fair. We're going several times. Tell them what we're doing tomorrow night at the fair.
We are going to the concert at the fair, and we're going to see Lindsay Sterling, who is a violinist who also dances while she plays. She was on Dancing with the Stars several years ago. I'd actually heard about her on Pandora when I used to have an edgy classical station, so it was kind of like rock classic. And she showed up on there a lot, so I really liked her, and I got excited when I saw her on the lineup.
So Amy looked to see who was playing, and she said, let's go to Lindsay Sterling. And Steve and I said, who's Lindsay Sterling, right? We had no idea.
And she kind of explained it. And when we've gone to see Riverdance, one of our favorite parts is when the gal playing the fiddle dances while she plays the fiddle. So I'm like, okay, I'm in. I know what that looks like. And then Amy gave us the tip to watch some of Lindsay Sterling's Dancing with the Stars routines.
Yes.
And I was just flabbergasted. I mean, Beth and I have watched that show. Okay, the reason Beth and I watched the show, why would that be, Beth?
There's gymnasts on there, and we love watching.
And we always
Shawn
cheer for
Johnson.
Always cheer for the gymnast.
Who was our little gymnast after Shawn Johnson?
Allie Raceman, I think, was
Yeah.
on there.
Allie,
Yes,
Allie
yes.
was on there. And then most recently, Suni was on there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I stopped watching it a couple years ago.
Yeah, Suni was on there too. And I didn't like the way they treated Suni. She's such a sweet young gal, and she's kind of shy. And so they kept telling her she had to be more emotional. And meanwhile, she's very graceful and beautiful. And anyway, that's my critique. And Mary Harris said, Lindsay Sterling is very talented and we will love her. Kimberly said the same thing.
And Mary Harris, Mary and her husband Craig always vacationed in Maui. Steve and I have been to Maui with our family a couple times, and it is just devastating. We feel so bad for the people in Maui. And Mary was just supposed to go on a trip, I think this week or next week, really soon, and she isn't going to get a go. So I am so sorry, Mary, that...
Yeah, Mary, we will pray for you. And also, I just encourage everybody, if you are inclined to donate money, because they're raising money through the Red Cross and many other very good organizations to help those people.
Yes, we have done that already. So I took the sentiment, this time I embossed it in silver embossed powder. On the original card, it's in navy. By the way, what do you like so far? I should do this, well, it's backward to me. Card number 1 that I have the pink and the blue, or purple and the blue. And then the second card tonight has the Milky Way. So this is one continuous piece of DSP, and this is 2 coordinating pieces. And I popped up the sentiment. Now I'm going to put together my inadequate planet that is the wrong color.
It looks like an Earth-like planet, and Earth doesn't have rings. But hey!
It does now. So what I'm going to do to put this on is I'm just going to take a glue dot. Oh, I was going to show you where this paper came from too. It is the designer series paper is called Stargazing in the annual catalog. And this particular paper for the rings is the holographic paper. And it's on page 127, and it's number 1 right up here in the, whoops, right
There
up
you
here
go.
in the corner, number 1. It's $10, and you get 6 sheets that are 12 by 12. But you can see, well, look at that on the screen. Isn't that cool paper?
So you have
I put the glue dot on here, on the back, and then I'm going to put my inadequate planet where I want it and just push it down. Now for
You know how
these,
Sean feels now.
these are, you don't like being teased, honey?
Inadequate.
These are window sheets, and I cut them in 1/2-inch strips. And you can make them as long as you want. I want to make the planets a little taller tonight. 1/2-inch strips, and they can go up to like 4.5 inches. You just don't want them to go over the top of the card. I'm going to put a glue dot on and attach it to these folds. And on this one, the 2 smaller planets are on the back fold, and the bigger planet is on the middle fold. So it's going to take me a bit to do that.
So you have 4 votes for the Milky Way background, the continuous sheet of paper, including Craig Turk. So
Well, does Craig's vote count for more?
I just wanted to make sure you knew that he voted.
Well, thank you for voting, Craig.
Wait just a second. Mary Harris said, "Did you know my late husband discovered the rings around Neptune back in 1982?"
Oh, Mary, tell us about that.
That is just amazing.
No, we did not know that. Tell us more,
Holy
Mary.
Toledo, we must have been an astronomer.
Well, he also owned a restaurant. He owned a pizza restaurant. So tell us about that, Mary. We want to hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm putting 1 glue dot on the back, and I'm going to attach it. Look how high up this planet is. Now let's see.
Uh-oh.
Too high. Good thing it's only on here with a glue dot. So I'm going to move it down a little bit. I wanted it taller, but not too tall. So we'll attach this again.
I think it's upside down. The planet.
You guys are so picky.
Sorry.
It's not
That's
the right
what we're here
planet.
for. We're assistants. We're trying to help you.
Thank you, Amy. You're very sweet, and I appreciate. Okay, and this is just what I put on the back of the card. Okay. Any other comments? Is this okay?
It looks fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to keep going with this. Amy, when we went to the fair has odd food sometimes. What was your favorite food you tried at the fair so far?
So I got to have, it's actually a finalist for one of the best new foods at the fair this year. It was a brisket and mac and cheese stuffed grilled cheese. Then the whole thing was deep fried. It was, my mom and my brother said it looked disgusting. My dad said it looked good. It was delicious.
It was delicious. We had it too.
We all had it, and it was so good. There is a picture on my blog when it was on there Monday, I think,
Okay.
of Amy, tiny Amy, with this sandwich
It
that
was
you could
huge.
hardly.
I had to split it with somebody. There's no way I was going to finish it on my own.
So yeah, it was really good.
And then I had an Iowa dairy milkshake. So
Yes.
that was very good too.
The Iowa Dairy Barn has its ice cream stand that everyone goes to, and they make milkshakes. And the lines were long, but Amy and Beth watched the talent show on the Bill Riley
Yes,
stage,
that was super fun.
and I went ahead and went and got the milkshakes.
Oh, there Mary says her husband majored in astronomy at Villanova, and through his research discovered the rings. Mary, that is so exciting. His name Craig?
Yeah,
too?
Craig C.
Yeah.
Harris. We're supposed to Google Craig C. Harris Neptune on the New York Times website.
That is so cool. Thank
That
you
is.
for sharing
I'm doing that as soon as we get done.
So some of these planets, I'm going to actually put them on this side of the card this time. And I just popped those up on dimensionals. We have planets everywhere. Maybe I should wait till I get the last one put on. So what else did you think of the fair? You liked the giant pumpkin.
Yes, there was a huge pumpkin. I think it was 1,200 pounds, and it was bigger than me, so that was fun to see. And then I got to meet the governor, Kim Reynolds, governor of Iowa, so that was really cool. And
she
I saw.
had you take a picture.
Yes.
The governor wanted a picture with Amy, so Amy was like, I don't usually do that, but this time I'll let you take my picture.
And then I also got to see the butter cow, which my mom specifically requested a picture of because she'd seen it on the news before we left. And she texted me and said, when you go to the fair, send me a picture of the butter cow. And I was like, how'd you know about the butter cow? And she was like, oh, it was on the news this morning. So I got to see that. It's a cow made of butter. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a really long line to see the cow made of butter.
So we just kinda-
Saturday was super crowded.
It was very crowded. It was like Texas crowded, which is more crowded than Iowa.
Did you know that Iowa could get Texas crowded?
No.
That was pretty much everyone in the state in one location at
Yeah.
a time. Yeah, so, and some from surrounding states too. But yeah, it was really, really busy. But it was fun. And we went to the Varied Industries building, which is where they hand out lots of free stuff because they're trying to sell you things. And they have all these drawings that you sign up for, and then they spam you for the entire rest of the year because you signed up for things. But we really couldn't do any of that because it was so crowded.
We weren't moving.
We weren't moving at all. It was like a traffic jam.
But we did get cookies,
Yes.
which is another fair thing. So.
Yeah.
Barksdale chocolate chip cookies.
Sean did not go to the fair with us Saturday morning, but he left Amy instructions, right?
To bring back cookies.
Yes. Okay, so then, Steve, on the front of the card, this is a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of DSP. Again, it's the Milky Way. And then I embossed it with Happy Birthday down here. Okay, so here's the big ring that I'm putting on this card, and then I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. But again, I'm just going to use one glue dot.
While you're doing that, I'm going to show folks the other slides that I haven't put up yet. The sentiment was cut out of the Countryside Corners die.
That would be this right here.
And then the window sheets she was using were just 1/2 inch wide, and they could be up to 4 inches, but we did win that 4 inches and it was too big, so go less than that. And then you haven't gotten to the back of the card yet, so
We have not gotten to the back. So again, I attached this just with one glue dot, although you guys may not like where I attached it, so I'll move it. Yeah, I am surprised I didn't get out these space cards sooner, because it's just super fun to make these. Mary, did you buy this set? I would think since your husband...
She was just saying that he would have loved the second card. She likes card number 2.
He would have liked it better with the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone new tonight? Please leave your name and where you're from.
If you are someone that's on for the first time, if you'd please leave a comment, I would appreciate it. Because we have so many people on, I haven't been keeping track as I went through.
Mary Schwari's on from Australia. She is one of my Creativity Abounds teammates. She makes beautiful cards. She deserves to be an artisan designer for Stampin' Up. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm going to add a second one. You know, this one is going to have the little planet go up top. Again, this is just popped up on dimensionals. Okay, and then
it's more like a moon, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm checking with Steve for technical moon space things in the future. Okay, so on the back, because I didn't really leave room to write on here. Oh, where did my planet go?
Uh-oh.
We're going to have to add one more glue dot on that. One of my teammates tried to put a rocket ship on this card, and the rocket ship was too heavy, so you might want to just stick with the space pieces. Okay, so the front of the card, here's card number 1, card number 2. This one says greetings friends, this one says happy birthday, but very similar otherwise. On the inside, card number 1 with the stars and card number 2 with the Milky Way. So you can choose 1 or 2. Oh, I wanted to show you this. Somebody was worried that it wouldn't fit to mail it. So I have a tip for you. I'm going to put it in the envelope. And did you know, I don't know how it is in Australia, but in the United States, it can only be so thick. And all the card makers, you can get this. I think we got this for free, didn't we, Steve?
Yes.
You go to the post office and you ask for a dimensional standards template. Put your card in the envelope, and this shows the maximum thickness is 1/4 of an inch. So if you can get your card through the slot, it qualifies. So yay! But I do suggest you all get your dimensional standards template. You never have to wonder if your card is too thick. And this is free from the U.S. Postal Service. So there we have the cards. How many people are on Prize Patrol tonight, Steve?
A lot. Right.
I hope everyone got signed
up.
up.
In just a second.
So Amy, do you have anything else? Oh, here's something I wanted to show you. Pat Christ purchased a share for me, and again, you don't have to. I think last week I showed Bev sent me this beautiful card with her check. Pat sent this beautiful card, and this must be for you, Steve. Life looks better underwater. She probably knows you're a scuba diver.
Oh man, that is true.
Isn't it a beautiful card, Amy? It's like embossed and inked. I bet you put ink in your embossing folder, which is something you talked about the other day.
Yeah, I asked if that was a thing.
So Pat, Steve wants to know about that. And then she made this beautiful card that just came today with her check. So thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that. 26 people in the drawing tonight.
Okay, so we're about to draw. As soon as the screen share, there it goes. So
Sean just walked in. Sean isn't anxious to be on our show, is he?
No, although he would have liked the cards tonight.
Yeah. All right, here we're going to go.
Thank you all for joining us. If you would give us a thumbs up and like the video and share it, we would really appreciate it.
Stamping Mom!
Why am I on there?
We're going to draw again because I commented. I didn't put Prize Patrol, but wow.
That's funny.
It's the first time you've
never
ever won.
before.
You're lucky tonight.
Tony Shaw.
Wait. Hold on. Didn't Tony just win?
Oh, Tony Shaw won in August already.
And she was not going to enter because she knew that already. So.
Okay, so Tony won the truck spinner card.
Third time's a charm, folks.
We have never had to spin more than once.
And now we're spinning
Amy
3
might
times
just have to pick a
in
name.
one night. Chris.
Chris hasn't won in August. Congratulations, Chris. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will be back next Tuesday. Amy will have a card. I might have a card, too. We'll have to see. But we do appreciate you. And remember, there's just 1 share left. So let me know if you want that. I hope you all have a blessed week. And more adventures from the fair.
Yes. Gonna get a pork chop on a stick this week.
Pork chop on a stick. And will Amy and Sean beat us at euchre?
Yes,
What do you
eventually.
think?
We just have to keep playing.
Yes. My advice is bid. Bid on everything. You're going to get set a couple times, but you can't win if you don't bid.
True.
Yeah.
So, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Amy.
No problem.
Bye-bye.